morning, good afternoon, good evening everyone. My name is Liam, the coach of the West Ham United team, and welcome back to week 7 of the Pokemon Premier League. Last week we got a win. Last week we got the win, which puts us at 4-2. This week we are looking for another win because we are sitting 3rd at the table and we are facing 2nd in the table, which is RTK and the Portland Timbers. So if we win this week, it lets us leapfrog RTK at least and puts us in a good chance of getting in the top 2. And the top 2 spots on the league table are the two automatic promotion spots, which put you into Division 1. So everyone's aiming for those top 2 spots, really. As you can see, this is going to be on Showdown this week. My 3DS Wi-Fi was not cooperating. It was my one that kept on disconnecting. I have no idea why. Hopefully it doesn't happen from the next Wi-Fi battle, because I prefer the Wi-Fi ones to Showdown ones. But this is going to be on Showdown, so bear with me on that. So let's go over RTK's draft. It is going to block the base values of my Pokemon stats, but you don't really need to see them anyway. RTK of the Portland Timbers has the options to bring Tapu Fini, Nidoqueen, Dragonite, Porygon 2, Kartana, Arcanine, Raikou, and Frostlass, with Nidoqueen being his anything Z user, and Dragonite and Kartana being his attacking Z users. Straight off the bat, RTK has the smallest draft in the league. No one else has 8 Pokemon, or 9 Pokemon, I'm pretty sure it is. I think it's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I can count. I don't know if I can. Yeah, he has 8 Pokemon, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, it's hard to read from how far away I am from my computer. But his team is all pretty good stuff that can sweep you or wall you, pretty much. Dragonite can sweep you in a heartbeat. Nidoqueen can wall you out to the point where it can just sweep you because you can't kill it. Porygon 2, same thing. Kartana is easy sweep potential. Raikou can get the sweep off. Tapu Fini can wall shit. Frostlass can get up the spikes and Destiny Bond away your threats. So that's all that kind of thing. But I did build a team, as always, to take on RTK, so let's go over that team. Leading the team at the moment, we have Gemini, our Starmie, which is 252 HP, 156 speed, 100 speed, and timid nature. That is enough to outspeed an Arcanine. And this Starmie has Wackanberry to potentially take a Wild Charge from the Arcanine and hit it back with a Scald. Natural Cure because it has Whirlpool, so it's a Gen 4 Starmie. It can only get Whirlpool from Gen 4, so I can't have the Analytic. But this Starmie is going to trap and kill Tapu Fini, because Tapu Fini is not going to be able to take out my Starmie if I can trap it with the Whirlpool, keep recovering up, and keep T-bolting it down. There's just no way Tapu Fini can beat Starmie, pretty much. Wackanberry is just there for the Arcanine for the potential Wild Charge. It would be nice to chew one of them up and come back and pop it off with a Scald. And yeah, that's pretty much Starmie, really. That's Starmie's job in this. My initial gut feeling was to go with a Choice Spec Starmie, but in the end, after talking with Djar for a bit, we went with this Starmie. So initially I just thought Choice Spec Starmie would be better because RTK doesn't really have much to switch into Starmie. But we did go with this one in the end. So next up we have Weavile, Magnum, come into every game so far, and this game is no different. This week Magnum is bringing Knockoff, Ice Crash, Brick Break, ouch, Brick Break and Ice Shard with 28 HP, 252 attack, 4 special defense and 180 speed. That is enough speed to outspeed a... what was it to outspeed? I think it was to outspeed a timid Raikou. I'm pretty sure it's to outspeed a timid Raikou. Yeah, Weavile does pretty good Weavile stuff. Knockoff for the Frostlass and Knockoff for the P2, obviously, as well. Ice will Crash and Ice Shard there for the Dragonite. Brick Break is there to hit the P2 as well if I can get the Eviolite off. Can't really do much to Arcanine, but can't really do much to Arcanine with Weavile anyway. Weavile just doesn't have anything to really hit Arcanine. Ice moves obviously hit the Nidoqueen as well, and I just hit Raikou with everything, pretty much. And I feel like I'm forgetting one of the Pokemon. Oh, Kartana. There's just not much you can do to Kartana either, so I got the Brick Break on there, which kind of does some sort of stuff. Next up, we are going to have Jerry, the Electivire, with Earthquake, Ice Punch, Fire Punch, and Electro Web, with the Shuckerberry motor drive ability with 4 HP, 252 attack and 252 speed, adamant nature. Electivire will speed tie it with an adamant Arcanine, but is faster than a Jolly Dragonite, which is pretty great. Earthquake is there for the Arcanine. Electro Web is there to slow down the potential Dragonite switch in on the Earthquake. And Electro Web is just pretty good because then I can just outspeed him with things like Starmie, which has minimal speed investment this week. And the Salamence, which you'll see later on. It would help with the Salamence. Earthquake, again, there for Arcanine and Raikou. The Ice Punch, there for the Dragonite and Nidoqueen. Earthquake also hits the Nidoqueen. Fire Punch is there for the Kartana, pretty much. And Electro Web there to slow things down, hits Tapu Fini as well. It's just pretty much there as a me thing. Pretty much as a me thing. And that's Electivire. This is a weird team that I brought this week, admittedly. Next up we have Cavity, our Aromatisse with the Babiri Berry, which resists Steel-type attack moves with Hidden Power Fire, Moonblast, Wish and Protect. 252 HP, 196 defense and 60 special defense. Aromatisse isn't outspeeding anything because it's slow as dicks. You can't see its base speed, but it's 29 base speed. It's not slow outspeeding anything. HP Fire will one-hit KO a Kartana no matter what, unless he has an Ockerberry, or unless like he's Assault Vest, max HP, max special defense. Moonblast is there for stab, Wish Protect, because I can wish up on a lot of things on his team. Things like the Tapu Fini, I can wish up on. He can't taunt me either because of the Aroma Veil. I can wish up on the potential P2. I can wish up on the Arcanine because I have the defense investment. That Berry Berry and the defense investment that I have allows me to take a Choice Banded Smart Strike from Kartana so I can revenge kill it with a Hidden Power Fire. So that's what Aromatisse is going to do this week. So Wish Passing, Kartana answer pretty much if Kartana starts getting out of control. Next up we have Seismitoad, our BBW with Earthquake, Knockoff, Ice Punch and Stealth Rock. 252 HP, 4 defense and 252 special attack. Careful Nature with, I don't know if I said its moves, pretty sure I did. You can see him in there anyway. With the Water Absorb to obviously absorb any surfs that come from Tapu Fini. He wouldn't run Scald because he can't get Scald burns in the misty terrain. Seismitoad is there to take Tapu Fini hits. It also takes Nidoqueen hits pretty well, unless he's running HP Grass, and even then probably still take it not too badly because Seismitoad's pretty Spadef AF, and Nidoqueen won't get the Sheer Force boost from the Hidden Power Grass. Seismitoad's also pretty good for knocking off the P2 and switching into that. Again, if he has the Hidden Power Grass, it's going to hurt, but it's probably not going to kill me before I can knock off its Eviolite. Seismitoad's just a good Pokemon. I like it a lot. And Rocks would be pretty nice in this game as well to break the Dragonite multi-scale. Arcanine switch-ins become a bit more difficult. Frostlass breaks the Focus Sash because Frostlass usually run Focus Sash. It's just a pretty good game for Rocks. And last but not least, we have Tommy, our Salamence. Not shiny this week because it was on Showdown and I totally forgot to make him shiny. But he is Choice Scarf Moxie with Dragon Claw, Flamethrower, Earthquake and Outrage with 4 HP, 252 attack, 28 defense, 4 special defense and 220 speed. There. Yeah, that's just all the speed I needed on Salamence. I don't remember what that speed is for, and I don't care to work it out now, really. But the Flamethrower, even though I am a Jolly Nature, will one-hit KO a Kartana. I could have one-hit KO a Kartana with Ember. Do the calc yourself. Salamence, Jolly Nature, no special attack investment. If it's a regular Kartana with like max speed, max attack, Ember from a Salamence will kill it. It will absolutely kill it. Its minimum rolls like 107%. But I ran Flamethrower just to guarantee it. Even through the Ockerberry, it's going to do quite a lot of damage. It probably would even kill it even through it, especially if the rocks are up. Dragon Claw there to take on the Dragonite. Obviously, Outrage is there if I can get the Tapu Fini down, because then he doesn't really have a Dragon switch in anymore. And Earthquake is there to hit the Arcanine and to hit the Tapu Fini for neutral damage, because I can't run. There's no point. I can't run the Iron Tail because it's just going to do neutral damage, and there's no point running it, pretty much. And Earthquake hits the majority of things on his team. So, like I said, this was a really weird team that I brought, but we see how it worked out. So if I jump over to the battle, and then if I go on to this and go over to this, then you can see the battle right there. Haha! See how that works? So as you can see, he brought the Kartana, the Raikou, the Porygon 2, Tapu Fini, Arcanine and Frostlass. That's pretty much what I expected. I I thought the Frostlass and Nidoqueen were interchangeable, but he went Frostlass over Nidoqueen. He could have brought either or of them, really. I didn't think he was going to bring the... What was his other Pokemon again? I don't remember what it was, tough mate. I don't remember what your other Pokemon is, RTK. He had Tapu Fini. Oh, he didn't bring Dragonite. Yeah, I didn't think he'd bring the Dragonite, just because my team was so... My team had enough speed and answers for Dragonite. I didn't really think he'd bring it, to be honest. But, as you can see, he brought that Pokemon. So let's go over it. I'll be doing a lot of pausing and such, because I am on Showdown, so that does give me the ability to just pause whenever I want, which is pretty great. So I started off with Seismitoad to potentially get out my rocks, as he goes for the Raikou turn 1. I go for the Earthquake, as he goes for the Magnet Rise, which is amazing from his part. So Earthquake does nothing. I should have just gone Rocks turn 1, but it didn't make a difference. He goes for the Calm Mind, so he's a Magnet Rise Calm Mind set. I do go for the knockoff, take out his leftovers. But the fact he has Magnet Rise and Calm Mind takes away 2 of his moves already. So he can either have... He can have HP Grass, or he can have HP Ice. He can't have both. So I'm fairly certain he's going to have the HP Grass, because he can at least hit the Salamence for neutral damage with the Thunderbolt. Whereas if he had HP Ice, then he can't hit the Seismitoad at all. So I knew 100%, or not 100% because anything could happen, but 99% sure he was going to have the HP Grass. I clicked Knockoff there just to get a damage gauge of what his set was. And I knew I could take a HP Grass if he went for it. And if he went for another Calm Mind, it didn't really bother me. I just wanted to get rid of his item and see what item he potentially had. So we carry on with the game. As I said, I know he has the HP Grass, so I just go straight into the Salamence. As he does click the HP Grass, that does a monumental 8% to us. Now I'm pretty sure he's going to stay in because he's got that Calm Mind up. So I pulled a double out into Electivire to get the speed, as I do take the Thunderbolt for no damage. He does go into the Arcanine, as I'm my +1 speed Electivire. I went for the Ice Punch there, not really sure what was going to come out. I knew he wasn't really going to stay in, but I wasn't sure if he was going to... I didn't know what he was going to bring out, basically, and I didn't want to go for the Electro Web. I just kind of wanted to go for the Ice Punch and potentially get a freeze on something. He does get the leftovers back, which shows me that it's probably defensive Arcanine. I do go out in Seismitoad, because this Arcanine can't really do much to Seismitoad, even if he wants to burn me. I take the Flare Blitz perfectly well, like not a problem at all. He has to switch here, because Seismitoad would absolutely destroy Arcanine. I do just go for the EQ for damage, as he brings in the Raikou, which dies to my EQ. On that turn, I think he was expecting me to go for Rocks, or maybe even go for a Water move, but I just went for the EQ for damage on the Arcanine, trying to take it out. And that worked out for me perfectly, really. I was just going for damage on the Arcanine, or the Raikou, or anything that wanted to switch in. So Raikou goes down to the Earthquake, as Seismitoad picks up the kill. BBW was great, but why are you a man today? He brings in the Kartana. Here I thought he was just going to go for the Leaf Blade to take out the Seismitoad, because it does do pretty good against his whole team. So I thought he's definitely going to go for the Leaf Blade here. I did Calc Smart Strike, and it didn't kill my Salamence anyway, so Salamence is a pretty good switch in here. He does go for the Smart Strike, does 78%, which is a lot of damage. He is Life Orb. I know I can outspeed him, as I outspeed him and kill him with a Flamethrower. So across 3 turns I've taken out 2 major threats. However, because I did outspeed him with the Flamethrower on Salamence, he knows I'm Choice Scarf, so I have to switch out here. I do bring in the Starmie on the Tapu Fini. I take the Moonblast relatively well, as he does get the special attack drop, which is unfortunate. I switch out here into the Salamence. Oh yeah, this is because we had to replay the game, because we started on Wi-Fi. So we had to replay the game. On that turn, initially, I didn't switch out Starmie. I went for Whirlpool on the Porygon 2. I went for Whirlpool to try and trap the Tapu Fini as the Porygon 2 came in, and I missed. So even though I've killed 2 of his Pokemon, I've got a special attack drop on Starmie, and I got the special attack drop on Wi-Fi as well, I'm fairly certain, and I missed the Whirlpool. So we just had to recreate me missing the Whirlpool, so I switched out into the Salamence just to recreate that turn of me doing no damage to Porygon 2. But then as Porygon 2 came in and was against the Starmie, I did go into BBW, suspecting him to have the Thunderbolt. He does go for the Ice Beam, which does pretty much nothing. I do have Seismitoad in on the Porygon 2 here. I pulled a double, expecting him to want to go out into the Tapu Fini, as he does go out into the Tapu Fini with my Electivire there. He is going to switch straight out into Arcanine, which just shows that Arcanine is the 100% answer to this Electivire. I do go for the Electro Web, so I'm guaranteed to outspeed him pretty much. for this. I go for the EQ. I am at -1 attack, so it doesn't do too much damage, only does 34. And he gets a crit on the Flare Blitz, which takes me out, which is really unfortunate. So he's got the special attack drop, I missed the Whirlpool, and he got the crit. Even on the Wi-Fi battle, he didn't get the crit with the Flare Blitz, but he burned me. So if we was still on the Wi-Fi battle, my Electivire lived on, I think, 5% HP, but he burned me. If I hadn't been burned, I would have definitely preserved my Electivire, but because it was burned, it was just pretty much useless, so I just had to sack it off. So the hacks wasn't really going with me on this battle in the first few turns, that is for certain. I do bring in the Starmie though, as it just threatens him out. I'm going to pull the double into the Seismitoad, expecting P2 to come out, as it does bring out the P2, which is great. He knows I have the knockoff, so he doesn't want to stay in. I'm pretty sure I did just click knockoff, because knocking off anything's item at this point I thought was pretty good. It does no damage to Tapu Fini, but I do knock off its leftovers. I get my leftovers back here. I'm going to switch out because there's not much I can really do to Tapu Fini as I go out into the Aromatisse, because I do want to start passing a Wish around if I can. So Aromatisse is in, he brings in the Arcanine. I do just go for the Wish. I wish I'd just clicked Moonblast on that turn, because that probably would have killed the Arcanine, to be honest. Because it was full defensive Arcanine, pretty much. I go out into the Seismitoad, expecting him to maybe go for a Flare Blitz or something. So I get that nice 16% HP, but he does have Morning Sun, so now I have a full health Arcanine to deal with again. He brings in the Tapu Fini, as I do get this chance to get up my rocks, expecting him to switch. I know he's going to go for Defog this turn, so I can bring my Starmie back in as he goes for the Defog, and I can potentially trap it again with Whirlpool. I do just click Whirlpool, even though I know he's going to switch into P2, because I wanted to get some residual damage on the P2. Trap it in so it couldn't switch out. Then I can go out into my Seismitoad again, and then it's Seismitoad versus P2 and he has to switch out again, and I could go straight back out into the Aromatisse and pass the Wish back into Seismitoad again, or pass the Wish into Gemini, and I can just basically keep on wishing my team back up at that point. I did miss the Whirlpool again though, so I missed two Whirlpools. I got originally burned, but then crit in the showdown battle with the Arcanine Flare Blitz on Electivire. I got the special attack drop from the Moonblast. So yeah, a lot of things happening. I do switch out the Porygon to my Starmie here, expecting him to have the T-Bolt. He shows he has the T-Wave, which still doesn't affect my Seismitoad. He's going to switch out into the Tapu Fini, expecting the knockoff to come out. I just take the chance to get my Stealth Rocks again. He does go for Moonblast on this turn, expecting me to switch out into the Starmie. He gets the special attack drop again, which doesn't matter for Seismitoad, but the fact he got it is annoying. I do click EQ just for damage on the Tapu Fini, because I know I can wish back up, but he can't heal at all. He can't heal his Tapu Fini back up, so I want damage on this Tapu Fini. As I put it down to 20%, he defogs the rocks away. I can get my rocks back up, because I know he can't really hit me, or he can't kill me. He does go out into the Frostlass before I get my rocks up, which was like a red flag that he is a Focus Sash. He is a Focus Sash Frostlass. He does go for the Shadow Ball on that turn and gets the special defense drop as well, as I knock off his Focus Sash. So he's got the special defense drop on the Shadow Ball too, which is really goddamn annoying. Really goddamn annoying. Just getting all of the stat drops. Look at all those stat drops on Seismitoad. But it didn't make too much of a difference, that one, because I was going to switch out this turn anyway. He was Focus Sash as I suspected. I do switch out here to go out into the Weavile. As he goes for the Destiny Bond. Perfect, because I have the Brick Break, so I'm going to do no damage to the Frostlass as he takes this turn to set up a layer of spikes. Now I can kill it off with a knockoff. He does go out into the Arcanine here, takes the rocks damage. It is going to intimidate me. I go for the knockoff, does 34%. And now there's nothing I can do to take out this Arcanine, because the most I can hit it with is 24%, I think. I do go out into the Salamence here, which was a misplay on my part, as he extreme speeds my Salamence down and takes it out. I should have just gone out into Starmie on that turn. Knowing that he was going to Morning Sun up, I should have just gone out into Starmie, because I could have Wish past into the Salamence, because it wouldn't have got hit with the spikes anyway. So pretty hard misplay on my part there, because Tapu Fini's almost dead as well, so it wouldn't have had a Outrage switch in. He could have switched into Arcanine, but it still would have done quite a lot of damage, even with the -1. I mean, the EQ done 27% to Arcanine from Electivire, and that's not Stab. And Salamence would be Stab Outrage, which is 20 base power more, is Stab, and Salamence has 10 base power more. So it probably would have done at least at least about 40%. So after rock switch in, I might have been able to 2-hit KO him with 2 outrages, and I would have outsped him because of my choice scarf. So there's that. That was a mistake on my part. He is going to switch out the Arcanine though, as I have my Starmie in. P2's going to take the rocks damage, as I do recover with my Starmie, so I don't have to pass the wish into that. I'm going to switch out into my Aromatisse here, because I want to pass a wish around. He's going to go for the Ice Beam. It does 25% damage. That's fine. I know I can get a wish, but he paralyzes me with the Thunderbolt. I go for the wish, and I get fully parried on the turn I click Protect. I get fully parried on the turn I clicked Protect, which takes out my Aromatisse. And that, ladies and gentlemen, mattered a whole heap. And spoilers right now, if you don't want to hear it, skip the next minute or so of commentary. Lost me the game. Pretty much lost me the game. Because with Aromatisse, I could have wish passed around into anyone. I could have wish passed around into my whole team. Weavile was a high enough health to not be KO'd by pretty much anything, barring a Moonblast or a Flare Blitz from Arcanine, which I wouldn't bring Weavile in on anyway. Seismitoad wasn't going to be killed by absolutely anything. And Frostlass would die to rocks as it came in. Starmie I could have wish passed into as well, and I could have easily just wish protect with Aromatisse as well. So losing the Aromatisse there pretty much lost me the game. I do go out into Weavile at this point to threaten the knockoff onto the P2. I do pull a double here, expecting him to go out into the Arcanine as an answer for my Weavile, which he does. He takes more rocks damage. Now I can just click Scald. I'm sick of missing Whirlpool, so I just click Scald on this turn, as he does sack off the Frostlass to the rocks. So Seismitoad gets another kill, which is cool. He does just go out into the P2 here. P2 is on 25%. I go for the Whirlpool on that turn, so I can trap him and go for some residual damage as he reveals Recover, which absolutely confirms my loss, because now I have nothing to pretty much take out the P2, and he can just storm me out of everything, as I can't keep on switching around because of this spike as well. Thunderbolt's going to do nothing to my BBW. I do click Earthquake here, expecting him to go out into the Tapu Fini, not wanting for P2 to get its item knocked off, but he stayed in. So that was good play on his part. This time he does switch out into the Tapu Fini, as I think I clicked Knockoff on this turn. Yeah, I clicked Knockoff on this turn, which does 5%. Doesn't make too much of a difference, really, because at this point nothing really mattered. It was a good play on his part to bring in the Tapu Fini at the right time. He goes for the Moonblast on the Starmie. Doesn't make a difference because I can just recover it off. I just go for the Scald to take him out because I don't want to go for Recover and then get crit or something. He brings in the P2, just at 50% health now. He can just click Recover again for free. It doesn't make a difference to him. BBW is now at 36%. This would have been a good time for me to Wish Pass into it, but I can't do that because I got paralyzed on my Protect, because this game's super fun. And he gets a crit on the Ice Beam there as well to put the absolute icing on the cake. I do go Knockoff this time, and Knockoff of his Eviolite, but is pretty much too little too late at this point, as he takes out my Seismitoad with the Ice Beam. I do bring in my Weavile here, thinking that 2 Brick Breaks can knock him out, or if I can flinch him with Icicle Crash, I can take him out with 2 Icicle Crashes. He does bring in the Arcanine. Arcanine's going to take the Icicle Crash there, pretty much. It's free to just go for Extreme Speed, and I don't want to keep switching Weavile out because of the spike damage. I do just go for the knockoff there, seeing that it was an absolute kill. He brings in the P2, and at this point I could have won if I landed that Icicle Crash, which I missed, and flinched him. So if I flinched him with the Icicle Crash at that point, it would have been a 2-hit KO, as it done 34% damage, and he was on 52% health, I'm pretty sure. But he does take out my Weavile with Thunderbolt, and there's nothing my Starmie can do here, as he messes around for a few turns and just wins, as I'm going to skip those last few turns. So he just wins that battle, because we got a crap ton of hacks against us, and that's why we lost. I'm not taking anything away from RTK as a battler, but we lost this week because of hacks, pretty much. And I could have won this match if I got some hacks in my favour when I was going for the Icicle Crash flinch on the P2, but instead I just missed the Icicle Crash as well. So that was pretty great. Yeah, got parried, took some crits, got some Spadef drops, got some special attack drops, missed 2 Whirlpools. A lot of things didn't go our way this week, but we brought it to a 3-0. We bought a 3-0. We brought it to a 1-0. So RTK now goes to 5-2 in the table, and we are 4-3, which puts us right back in the thick of everyone else because the table is so close now. Pretty sure that puts us all the way down to like 6th or 7th place, which is crazy. So once again, we are in a position where next week we absolutely have to win as we face a very good friend of mine, a good acquaintance, a good human being of mine, K to the 2, Kyle. And that's going to be a pretty fun game. That's going to be a pretty fun game, one that I'm not looking forward to playing. I was hoping to win this one so that game could have less pressure on it. I've never faced Kyle before, but he's pretty damn good. So thank you guys for watching this battle. I'll try and bring the win next week. Hopefully next week has a little less hacks influence on the battle. But what can you do? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you all for the battle in a few days because this is being uploaded late. So take care everyone. Bye bye.